Looking for insights on how young people view the region and what it will take to get them to stay, the Business Journal held 6 roundtable discussions with middle school students in the area. The panels are part of our 15-month Brain Gain program. Each panel was moderated by content manager Jeremy Leidick. All the students were chosen by the schools. This video has been slightly edited for time. Today we go to Brookfield Middle School, where students say when choosing their careers, money takes a back seat to passion.
Brain Gain is sponsored by the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition, the Moransky Companies, and Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC. By a show of hands, how many of you would you say math is your favorite subject? Okay, about 10 of you. Okay. What about science? 3, 4. All right. See a couple people raising their hands twice. That's good. What about art? Very good. And my personal favorite, English, literature, words. Yusuf, Peter. It's all right. Okay. Yusuf, why English?
Because it will help us say important stuff when we get older for our jobs, and it would help us write essays and write stuff for our jobs to make
communication.
Yeah.
It's important to be able to communicate. Would you guys agree? Communication is pretty important?
Yeah.
Do you feel pretty confident in your abilities to communicate with maybe with your peers, with your teachers?
Yes.
Yeah? What do you think, Kenley?
Yeah.
You feel pretty comfortable communicating with your teachers?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about medicine. Why medicine?
Because it helps you learn how to help you and if you have cancer or any kind of health diseases. So you always want medicine, because if you didn't, you have a higher chance of dying.
So would you say that some of the science classes you're taking right now are helping you to understand some of those things? Tell me about one.
We're learning, we're not on that right now, but I'm thinking of taking a class if they have that on medicine.
Okay. Who else is thinking medicine, healthcare, might be something you want to pursue? Mia?
I want to become a veterinarian when I grow up and care for animals.
Do you?
'Cause I'm vegetarian and I have tons of pets. I rescue chickens and all kinds of animals.
Why do you
Fish,
want?
chickens.
What inspired you to be a veterinarian?
My love of animals and being vegetarian.
Okay. Jacob, what do you think? Veterinary medicine?
No,
No? Why not?
it's just too much.
Too much? What makes it too much?
I couldn't keep track of any of it.
Yeah? What do you want to do?
Be a supercross, ride supercross,
You want to ride Supercross? Why Supercross?
because I've just always done it. I just always rode dirt bikes, been around them
Okay.
my whole life.
And so what age were you when you started riding bikes?
2.
2. Okay. Do you compete?
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah,
You thinking about it?
yeah,
Are there places around here where you can compete?
yeah. Big Game, TV Land, MX Acres, all of them.
So when you're riding your bike, and I don't ride motocross at all,
No,
how many bikes do you have?
1
Just the
at
one?
the moment.
Do you work on it at all?
Yeah,
Do you? What are some of the things you do to work on it?
I don't know, just maintenance
Mm-hmm.
with the clutch, make sure it's working good. Seat, new tires, new chain.
Okay. So that's interesting because, while riding Supercross would be very cool, you're actually learning some skills that could apply to a career. What do you think? Is the idea of maybe mechanics or the trades something you might want to check out?
Yeah,
When I say the trades, what do you think I'm talking about?
like trading a Jeep for a dirt bike, I don't know.
How many, when I say trades, who can give me a definition of what the trades are? Let me ask you this. How many of you have thought about maybe being a carpenter one day, or a plumber, or a welder? Justin, what was grabbing your attention?
Welding.
Welding.
I weld a lot.
You do welding already? When did you start learning welding?
about a year or two ago.
A year or two ago? And was it school, home, anything like that?
It was Mother's Day. I made something for my mom.
What'd you make?
It was like this flower holder and said like love mom, and I made a heart with a plasma cutter. I cut it out.
Very nice. Now, where'd you learn how to do that?
My dad welds all the time.
Oh, he welds all the time. Does he work for a local shop?
He used to, but like he doesn't now. He runs heavy equipment.
Okay, very good. And is that something you're thinking maybe pursuing later on? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Like Jacob said, I want to do motocross or construction or be a farmer or something like that.
Okay. So you guys sound like you both like working with your hands.
Yeah,
Is that
me and
accurate?
Jacob, we ride all the time.
Ride all the time. Do you work on your bikes too?
Yeah.
And
I
is this-
race.
He's like my little brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I race all the time for competition.
Okay. And is that something that you taught yourself, or did you have people teach you how to do it?
I mean, my dad, he like taught us, our parents teach us how to ride, and we just go from there.
Okay, gotcha. Let me kind of ask a broader question that's sort of related to what we've been talking about. By a show of hands, who's going to college whenever they graduate high school? Okay. And who is, keep your hands up, who is thinking the trades or being like a carpenter, working with your hands, is something you'd want to do? 2 or 3 of you. All right. So, are you all familiar with STEM? Have you heard STEM before? Yeah? What's that? You have a class in STEM? Who could tell me what STEM stands for? You said?
Science, technology, economics, and math.
Almost. Not economics.
Engineering.
Engineering? Engineering? Engineering. All right. So, when it comes to STEM, pretty much working with your hands, right? Christian, haven't heard from you yet. Working with your hands, learning from a book. How do you learn best?
Working with my hands.
Working with your hands? What are some things that you've learned by working with your hands instead of reading, going to the books?
So when I was little, well, like 4, my dad was like an construction worker, and he was building like this garage. I had to pick up like heavy steel and metal and stuff like that, and he taught me some things about like cement and stuff, like how to like carry it like correctly, like not on your shoulder and stuff. And yeah, pretty much that's it.
Okay. What does your dad do?
He works in Youngstown by the old I don't remember. You know the YSU stadium? You know where they were working on that road before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was down there working.
Okay. So does he do like construction, that sort of thing? Okay. Is that something that maybe you'd want to pursue?
Maybe.
Maybe. What's your dream job?
I don't know about dream job, but I like football more than anything.
Okay.
Probably in my life.
Brianna, you got a dream job?
I want to be a cosmetologist.
A cosmetologist?
Oh,
Okay, why is that?
Because when I was little, I would always want to paint my grandma's nails and my mom's and do their hair.
Now, when I asked if you were going to go to college, you raised your hand. Do you need to go to college to be a cosmetologist?
Yeah, like beauty school.
Oh, beauty school. Okay. So it's kind of along the lines of after high school graduation.
Yeah.
After high school education. Okay. How many people have their dream job figured out? Pretty much everybody. Delaney, we haven't heard from you yet. What's your dream job?
To be a teacher,
Why's that?
because I like to help kids and help people.
Okay. Are you doing anything now that kind of lends itself to being a teacher?
Not really.
No? Are you talking with any of your teachers about being a teacher? Well, what inspired you to be a teacher? Person, a classmate, a teacher, a relative?
I don't know.
No? Okay. What about you, Andrew? What do you want to do?
Game warden.
A game warden. Why is that?
Well, I want to see the community, like, that everything stays good and that the forests and stuff don't get messed up from people illegally doing stuff.
Gotcha. And so what do you do outside of school? What kind of sparked that interest?
Well, I watch a lot of shows about it and stuff, and I like to be outside.
You like to be outside? What do you do outside? Do you hunt? Do you fish? Do you hike?
I hunt, fish, I go on walks in the woods and stuff.
Okay, very cool. Now, is anyone in your family kind of an outdoorsy type of person?
My grandpa,
Yeah? What did he teach you how to do outside?
how to work with cement and how we did a lot of stuff.
Gotcha, okay.
Like with gravel and stuff, we built a walkway for our garage.
Very cool, okay. And how about down here? Who else had a dream job?
When I grow up, I kind of want to be a cardiologist.
A cardiologist. Wow, what grade are you in?
5th.
5th grade, and you know you want to be a cardiologist already.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just like to help people.
You like to help people? What is it about cardiology, though, specifically?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
How did you learn about cardiology?
Well, my grandma and my uncle have had heart surgery, and I've always wanted to be there to support them.
Got you. Okay, so you saw what it means to have that kind of issue where you got to go in for surgery. That inspired you. That's very cool. Now, are you doing anything to kind of move your way toward that? Reading up on it, research anything?
I've done some researching, see what's it about.
Okay, very good. What about you, Raquel?
I recently changed my mind a couple of days ago. I want to help people with cancer because my Nana recently just passed away because she had cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I just want to help. I just want to help people with it. So.
Okay. So definitely want to get into healthcare too. Okay, very nice. Peter?
I want to be a psychiatrist because I want to work with medicine and it helps with people with psychology. Because I heard that on the news, there's a lot of people committing suicide and doing all these school shootings. I want to help them, and I don't like using meds a lot because then my mom says that you can get addicted easily because of meds, and then some parents started as a child, and then that's one way to get addicted. So I like to use talking, but I do want to use some medicine. That's why I want to be a psychiatrist.
Got you. That's really interesting. It sounds like you were really impacted by some of the events you're seeing on the news. Is there anything else in addition to current events that's sort of inspiring this?
Oh, my dad mentioned to me working with the FBI and getting into criminals' minds, and I didn't really like that because I didn't want to get that far up.
What about you, Caleb?
I don't know what I want to be yet.
You don't know what you want to be yet? That's okay. Neither do I. What interests you? What are your hobbies outside of school?
When it's or something, I usually like to go outside and jump on my trampoline. I love playing video games.
Okay. Got you. When you're jumping on your trampoline, what do you prefer? Do you like the physical activity of jumping on your trampoline, or do you prefer PlayStation guy or Xbox?
Xbox.
Xbox? You prefer the trampoline or the Xbox? Which one?
Xbox.
Xbox? Okay. Peter brought up a really good point about just how some of these different influences are inspiring job ideas. First of all, who is really considering things like current events when you're thinking about a job choice?
What do you mean?
So, like when Peter was talking about different school shootings and how that inspires his maybe choice to be a psychologist one day. Who's being inspired or motivated by sort of outside factors? All right, let's start with Jacob and work our way down. What inspires you for what you want to do? Any current events specifically?
A little bit. I just, if like Supercross or something, if that doesn't work out, I would want to be like a news reporter or something.
Are you saying that because I'm a news reporter? I'm asking
No.
you a question.
No.
It's okay if you are.
No.
Why news?
I don't know. It just seems fun.
It can be. It can be. You can also make a lot of people mad at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I doing okay? No one's mad at me yet?
No, I'm really mad at you. I don't even like it. It's like,
All right. What about you, Andrew? I saw you had your hand raised.
Well, on a lot of the TV shows that I watch that are about game wardens, I see a lot of people that are doing illegally stuff and they're harming the environment. Well, if they do that, like hunting deer too much, if they do that illegally, then in 60 years they may not be here anymore. So if the game wardens make sure you're not doing it when you're not supposed to or getting too much, then they might be around longer.
Sounds like the environment's a big deal to you. Yeah? What do you think about some of the things that are happening in the world right now, like the fires in Australia?
I think people could do better at not doing that stuff. Like try to be more hesitant about doing stuff outside.
How many people, raise your hands, how many people are legitimately concerned about the environment? Pretty much everyone. Yeah, everyone is. Okay. Delaney, what concerns you about the environment?
The fires.
Fires? What else? Just general concern? Justin, you want to say something?
Add to her. Smoking, that's another one.
Smoking?
That can
concerns
cause
you?
fires and like it harms the environment in the air.
Got you. Got you. What else? Christian?
Guns.
What's that?
Guns.
Guns. That's definitely, that can be a concern, yeah. How does that relate to the environment? Or is that just a general concern?
General concern.
General concern? Everyone else concerned about guns too?
I want to say something.
Sure.
And I like to watch the vet shows on TV, so
Okay.
I like to watch all the animals. So I want to help all the animals.
And do you think the environment plays a role in being able to help the animals?
Yeah, because there's like wild animals. Like you may see a wild animal.
Sure. Okay. How many people, tell me about how some of these concerns are making you think about what you want to do with the rest of your life. Yusef, I saw you had your hand raised a couple of times.
With that question or the question you asked earlier?
Whatever's on your mind.
Well, about like the nature question, I think poaching is a big thing.
What's that?
Poaching.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Because I heard in Africa they keep killing these rare elephants for their tusks. I think ivory tusks. And it's kind of disappointing because by maybe the next 50 years, there's going to be no elephants left.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's Andrew?
That's kind of the reason why I want to be a game warden is because I want to help the animals that are going endangered.
Gotcha. What about locally, here in Brookfield? Is there anything that concerns you, maybe the environment or anything? Peter?
I think of how the pollution is. I'll drive on the highway in Brookfield, and there's all kinds of garbage on the road of how people throw away all this stuff, where all they have to do is stop at a local gas station and just throw their trash away instead of throwing it out. And then they're throwing away their animals. They take them and drop them off. My mom seen there's this box on the road. She looked in it. There's this little cat in there. She took it home, and it had no food, and you could see its ribs. How tortured it was.
That reminds me, like, we went to Tractor Supply one day to buy chicken food, and we saw someone just dumped off a litter of kittens. There was one left that didn't have a home, so we took them. Now we have another cat. We have 3 cats now. Butterbean. Now he's a year old. He was just a little baby.
Gotcha. Andrew?
One of the animals that I want to focus on a little bit is sharks.
Sharks?
Oh no.
A lot of sharks in Brookfield?
No, but they usually, what they'll do is they'll catch the sharks and they'll cut off their fins and throw them in the water to bleed.
Gotcha. Okay.
The sharks.
Oh, logging and timber and stuff. Why is that a concern to you?
so deer can like maybe run around or get lost probably. They wouldn't know what to do, so they'll probably run on the road and get hit by a car or something like that.
Anyone doing anything in the community get involved? Yusuf?
Not here, but in Youngstown, I'm helping like around Belmont. There was like a food drive because the church shut down. So me and my dad and my sister went and helped pass out food.
Gotcha. Okay. Andrew, you had your hand up.
Well, every like once or twice a month, we'll walk around my block and people they throw out cans and garbage and stuff like that. We'll go around and we'll collect it all because there's woods down our road, so the animals would eat it.
Okay. Let's shift gears a little bit. I kind of want to get back to school. So, by show of hands, who says school is challenging right now?
It's middle.
Kind of middle? Christian, why isn't school challenging?
It's just I'm not.
I don't know. Rihanna?
You just have to pay attention and if you need help, ask a teacher and they'll help you. If you need to stay after school for like tutoring, and just your teachers will help you.
Yeah.
So it's.
Have you asked your teachers for help or gotten tutoring or anything?
Yeah, for my math class I have, we can stay after school or come down during their free period and they'll help us.
Okay. Do you feel that those services are readily available to you? Like, would it be, I wouldn't have to ask more than once?
No, I feel they're very open.
Good. Okay. How about you, Tyler? We haven't heard from you yet.
Wait, what was the topic again?
Is school challenging for you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? What are some of your struggles?
Falling asleep.
Falling asleep. Why falling asleep?
I just don't get I'll fall asleep at 9 and I'll still be tired because normally my first period, my teacher just completely runs me out of energy.
What time do you have to be at school?
8.
8 a.m.? Okay, what time do you wake up to get to school?
About 6:30.
6:30? That's what time I wake up to get to work. So, do you feel that maybe getting more sleep? I mean, I'm going to ask you a personal question now. How are your grades? Are you doing pretty good? Middle of the road?
Huh?
Middle of the road? Like, how are your grades?
C.
C's?
Mainly C's, just some A's and B's. No D's or F's.
Well, that's good. If you got more sleep, do you think that would help you out?
No, because sometimes it's just classes where because most of the time when I get a low grade on a test or on a quiz or sheet or something, it's normally because I either A, didn't really study the night before because I was busy with a different class, or B, it's because I forgot about it. And either A, I didn't hear the teacher, or B, I just forgot.
Gotcha. Do you think you maybe have too much homework?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's just that a lot of the time that I'll go home, sleep, and then work on homework, and then I'm like super tired when I get back.
So what are some things you're trying to do to adapt to that? Maybe you change your habits, if anything.
Fall asleep earlier, or not fall asleep, go to sleep earlier.
Go to sleep earlier at night. Okay. What are some other things that you guys are doing outside of school, in the community, let's say? Telly?
Working for a food drive, helping other people, such as.
Gotcha. So you do some charitable work?
Well, donate such as food cans to the church up the street over there, and also work spaghetti dinners, drive-throughs. I even work there too, so.
Okay. Let's talk about the community, and I'm going to sort of preface this by saying, if I asked you what it means to feel connected to the community, what do you guys think that means?
Help out with the community when there's food drives, like everybody, like Andrew saying he likes to go help out and stuff. That's a part of the community. They really appreciate that because there's a lot of people that can't do things. So when you can do it, when you are available to do it, you should, because the community really appreciate that. That's what I think of connecting it to the community is.
Very good. Jacob?
Well, there's the one thing where there's a trail where I ride across the street. There's a couch
and then a mattress by this one trailer. There's a couch, mattress, everything. Trash is dumped there. It was never like that before, and then they just dump it there.
How do you feel about that?
It bothers me.
It bothers you? Why does it bother you?
Because it's like, you find like a dumpster and put it in there or something. It's not that hard to go up to the...
Okay. So let me ask you this. I'm going to challenge you. What are you going to do about it?
I really can't do anything about it.
Why not?
'Cause I don't know how to like get that stuff out of there.
Well, I mean, you personally probably couldn't drag that mattress out of there by yourself or that couch.
No,
But you think there might be some other people in the community who could help you out?
maybe.
Yeah? You know who you would have to talk to make that happen?
My dad.
What's that?
My dad.
Your dad?
He has a quad. He could pull it out, maybe.
Well, have you thought about maybe going to a township meeting or something like that, where the local, like the elected officials, the politicians are meeting and just raising the issue and saying, hey, I'm riding my bike out in the woods and there's all this crap
No,
dumped out there. You think you might?
maybe.
Yeah? Do you think that if you went to that, they would listen?
No,
No? Why is that?
I don't know. They'll probably just be like, do it yourself then or something. I don't know.
Do you guys feel that when you talk to people, whether it's your parents, your teachers, you guys feel like you're heard? No. No?
I don't know.
Mia?
Like, yeah, like,
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So let's look ahead in the future. You graduated high school. You're either thinking about college or trade school or just jumping into the workforce. You sticking around? Who's sticking around Brookfield?
I don't even
Andrew.
live in Brookfield.
Raquel. Mia doesn't want to live in Brookfield.
I don't even live in it.
Oh, you don't live in Brookfield?
No, I live in Niles, and we have a farm in Howard.
Got you. Okay. Rihanna, you're sticking around, you said. Why are you sticking around?
Because this is where all my family is. Like, the farthest is in Michigan, but that's only my grandparents. So we're all around this area, so it'd just be nice to be around family.
That's important to you in the community? Think that's going to be important to you later on in life?
Yes.
Yeah? How about you, Christian? Is that important to you? Being your family?
I would like to move away, have some time alone by myself maybe.
Yeah?
I would like to stick around pretty much.
Maybe after you have some time, you want to come back?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah? Okay.
Maybe I need some time alone sometimes.
Got you. That's good. Yusuf?
I would probably go like overseas, cause like more of my family is like in Israel, and I heard there was supposed to be like a lot of jobs for mechanic and stuff there. So I was thinking about going over there for like a few years.
Okay.
Then
Would
coming
you come back here or?
Maybe here or Florida.
Okay. You mentioned mechanic?
Automotive mechanic.
Is that something you want to do? Why is that?
Because my uncle and my grandpa used to work on it, and one of my dad's friends just got like a shop. And
Did you ever help them out?
I helped my dad out and my brother out, but not really anyone else.
Okay. So when you're talking about moving out to Israel a little bit, is that just because there's family out there, or do you feel that you have to go out to Israel to learn how to be an auto mechanic?
Well, like I know there's like a lot of trade schools and a lot of like schools for this here, but I think I might have a better chance like overseas, and maybe because it's family. I haven't seen a lot of my cousins or uncles because it costs a lot to go back there.
Sure.
Mhm.
Costs a lot to come back too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who else is thinking about stuff like that? What's that? Just as far as, you know, what you want to do and where you want to be when you're doing it. Are you thinking about leaving the area or sticking around?
Leaving out of state.
Yeah? Why is that?
I'm planning on moving down to Virginia to go to Virginia Tech.
Oh, you want to go to Virginia Tech?
Since my uncle lives down in Virginia, so I'm gonna be living with him for like a year so that I can get my citizenship down there, so it's like cheaper and stuff.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go to Virginia Tech there.
Got you. Okay. About down here, Peter?
I also want to go to Colorado because maybe for like 5 years I wanted to go see like the Rocky Mountains. I heard it's very beautiful. I have some family down there. I think it's my grandma's brother. One of her brothers lived down there, and I could just stay around him because I haven't seen him. I think I never seen him.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I was gonna go to like in Bakersfield. My uncle lived there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Phoenix too.
Got you.
And I have family over there in Phoenix.
Got you. Raquel?
I would like to stay around here because I grew up here and most of my family's here. I have a lot of family spread out,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly around here because I grew up here and this is where my childhood.
Okay. How many of you, show of hands, have talked to your parents about your dreams, whether it's your job or moving or staying or what? Okay, some of you. Christian, are you not talking to your parents about your dreams?
No, I am. My football career.
What's that?
My football career.
Your football career? What if football doesn't work out?
I work with my dad, probably.
Okay, got you. How about you, Jacob?
I haven't really I didn't talk to him at all.
You don't talk to them at all?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I already know what they're gonna say.
What are they going to say?
Bull crap, you're never gonna be that.
Why do you think they're going to say that?
Because I just know. That's how they are.
Okay. Me, keep raising your hand. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to become a veterinarian.
Yeah.
And they know because I love my animals.
What kind of encouragement are you getting from your parents?
Yeah, my mom thinks I should go to psychiatry and thinks I should go to college. Yeah, and I want in my favorite college I want to go to is like Harvard or Duke University.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to get a scholarship for basketball there because I do play basketball.
Got you. What about you, Caleb? What do you talk about when you're talking to your parents?
Well, my dad, he's in like his steel forge thing. He makes steel, he shapes it, and there's tons of people that go there all the time, like famous people who go there. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My mom is a nurse and she does like tons of things all the time.
So which do you think you would rather do?
Probably the steel forge.
Steel forging? Have you ever helped out your dad with stuff?
No.
No? You ever asked to help him out?
No.
You ever think you might?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just kind of, because we don't have much time left, but I want to get this question out there. Does your school or your community host any kind of events or have classes or anything like that that relate to what you want to do in life? And I'll even ask it this way. If there's something that you're not learning at school that you'd like to be learning and wish you were. Yusa. I'm sorry? Cooking. Why is that?
Well, because I had that job first, and then my parents told me I'm not going to make any money doing that. And that's still an option for me because I like cooking food and like pastries. Like making pastries a lot.
Now that's an important distinction. So what's important to you guys? Liking what you do or making money while doing it? Who says making money is the most important thing? Two down here, Yusuf kind of. Who says loving what you do? Overwhelming majority. Rihanna, why is that important to you?
Because if you're making a lot of money but you don't enjoy doing what you're doing, then it's just going to be like you're just throwing the money away because you're not enjoying it, so what's the point of doing it? Mm-hmm. And even if you are making a lot of money, but if you love what you're doing, it means so much more than...
Got you. How about you, Justin?
I don't know, I like what I do, but like, it's also good to make money because if you get hurt, and like, I don't know.
That's all right. Jacob, what do you think, man? Making money, why is that, or being happy with what you're doing, why is that important?
Well, it's like just being happy with what you do is so much more important than getting a bunch of money, because money doesn't bring happiness. It's just, you gotta love what you do. Or if you don't love what you do, it's gonna be like school or jail or something. That you're going there, you have to wake up every morning and be like, I have to do this again.
Gotcha. What is something that maybe I'm not thinking to ask that's really important to you guys?
Like what we like. About like I like animals.
Right. What else, Andrew?
How do you think your job would help the community?
That's a good one. That's a good one. And how do you think your job, your dream job, would help this community?
So that the environment and stuff is stable, and that if for the next generation that everything would be, there's still nature and stuff.
Well, sure. Jacob?
Well, there's the one thing that I actually do want to help about how people drive. Like, there's been a lot of car crashes, and like, it's just people are just careless. They don't even care. Like, I ride my bike down the road, I'm on the side of the road, right, just going, then I just get like 70 honks at me.
No kidding.
And I just turn around, I'm like, why are you honking?
So what do you think you would change about that? How would you impact that?
I don't know, really. It's just I would wish for that, like, people to just like calm down their driving and stuff and actually drive normally.
I think you and Peter could probably bring your heads together and come up with solutions. I think you mentioned that too. People careless driving. Come up with an idea, get a plan going. Anyone else? How would your job affect the community?
I mean, if we wanted to do motocross, I mean, if we're not on our property, we can like get in trouble if we're not on our property and like get up people's places and stuff. So we can probably get in trouble.
Peter?
Psychiatry can help people in the community or the country about people, how they want to do things, and how, like, help them not want to do things like suicide or go shoot a school, because there's many innocent kids that want to do things that don't want to be harmed or be disturbed over because someone has mentally problems wrong. Because I read an article of how these kids are doing it because their home life, how their parents treat them, or how their parents are being treating their kids.
Brain Gain is sponsored by the Mahoning Valley Manufacturers Coalition, the Moransky Companies, and Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC.